Hey everybody, it's Rob, and I thought I would record this quick video to hopefully bless you, to help you if you're an entrepreneur with getting the second draw of the PPP program. Just today alone, I worked with two entrepreneurs, helping them to take advantage of the second draw. For those of you that aren't as familiar with the PPP program, that stands for Paycheck or Payroll Protection Program. The SBA administers it, and it actually came out the first round last year in 2020 when COVID-19 hit, and it affected entrepreneurs like myself, not allowing us to travel or do what we did to make money. And so the PPP was a really great thing. It allowed us to take a loan that we could actually apply for forgiveness, which in essence turned it into a grant. And so I took advantage of that. Took me a minute or two to kind of understand it, but once I did, I understood it and I ran with it. And so I encouraged other entrepreneurs. Well, now the federal government through the SBA has issued the second round. Of course, we had two transition presidents, and we finally got the second round approved, and that was released in January. But President Biden came up with a little plan that would help us get even more money if you were patient and waited until March. And so instead of applying back in January for the second draw, I waited and I applied in March. And I'm so glad I did, because the configuration that they used to decide how much money as an entrepreneur I would be entitled to for a second PPP draw or loan was based on my net earnings or my gross earnings instead of my net, which could be a huge difference. You know, as an entrepreneur, you get to write off over 400 plus items before the government taxes you, before the IRS actually taxes your income. So you literally could, make $500,000 and have $200,000 of write-offs. And so you only pay taxes on the difference. Well, now what they did in determining how much money you qualify for in the PPP program, they base that on that entire gross amount of $500,000. So you would qualify for more money. But if you applied back in January, you didn't get to do that because it wasn't in effect at that time. But they did put it in effect in March. So I'm so glad that I waited. So hopefully, if you've not already applied for round two, you're ready to do it. So I put this video together to share some of the tips that I shared with those entrepreneurs on today, and some others that I've been helping along the way. So I'm just paying this forward. I've had other people call me and say, Robin, you need to do this, and this is why. So now I want to be a blessing to other entrepreneurs as well. So just to understand, we're talking about round two of the PPP program. The program requires you to have at least an 8-week difference of applying for round two. So if you've not already applied for round one, you're not going to be able to apply for round two, because round two expires as of this recording on March 31st, even though there is pending legislation that would extend it to May 31st. So we're hoping that goes through. But as of this recording, it expires on March the 31st. So you don't have 8 weeks. So go ahead and at least apply for round one if you have not already done so. Again, it is a loan, but you're able to apply for forgiveness so that it can in fact then become a grant, and you do not have to pay back 1 red cent. All right, so I want you to take advantage of that. Now, round two, for those of you that are like me and already took advantage of round one and you're ready for round two, I've already applied. It was a very simple process. It is recommended that you go through the initial loan company or bank that you use for round one. You go through them for round two. You also can apply through other lending sources. So if your bank is taking a little while, go ahead and apply through other sources. You can only get one loan, so you can take the loan of the first lender that responds. So for those of you that got round one, now before you can apply for round two, you have to make sure that you apply for forgiveness for round one. It's a really simple process. You only have to do it or the simple process, I should say, is available for those that got $150,000 or less. All right. So very simple process. When you are again, applying for the second draw, the formula is different. Yay! The formula now is based on gross versus net. So, like I said a minute ago, you can use the calculation based on how much money your business made before you started writing off your expenses. So it's going to make a lot of difference. I read in one article a lady initially got $7,000 as her PPP loan, but with the new configuration based on her gross, she was able to get a $20,000 loan. So yes, that's a big difference. So you want to take advantage of the second draw using the new math. Now, though I said that you can go and apply to multiple lenders, you can only take one loan. So depending on who responds back to you quickest and who gives you the offer that you want, you can choose one lender. Check your email to stay on top of the progress of your loan. They're going to send you updates and say, hey, here's the status of your loan. My lender keeps saying pending, pending, pending. So, in fact, I'm going to go apply through another lender that may be able to turn it quicker. A lot of people are applying, so these lenders are overwhelmed, and I get it. So, when I applied for the first round, I literally got funded in one day. I applied late in the process, so the amount of people applying had decreased. So now we've got a shorter window, so everybody's applying during the same window. So that's why they suggest that you go to multiple lenders. Round 2 expires March 31st. That's why it's really important that you go ahead and apply now. If the pending legislation goes through, it will be extended to May 31st, but right now it ends March 31st, so make sure you go ahead and apply. It's really simple. They're probably going to ask you for your Schedule C. If you applied for round 1, the lender that you went through, that's why they suggest that you go through that same lender, because they've already got your documents. So it makes the process a lot easier. But even if they do ask for some more information like your Schedule C, or they want you to prove, your income during a certain period of time, it's really simple to generate that. You can call your accountant to get it, or if you use QuickBooks or a system like that, you can generate the reports on your own. But listen, you guys, apply for this. If you are a small business owner and your business is in order, meaning you're legal, you have filed for your taxes, or you filed your taxes, you've got a Schedule C, or you're an S Corp, C Corp, whatever your entity is, it will instruct you when you apply for your loan what process you need to go through. But if you're a legit business person, take advantage of this. Follow the process so that you then can ask for forgiveness, and it then becomes a grant, which means free money. All right. So hopefully you are going to run on over to your computer, go to the SBA, SBA.gov. I wanted to make sure I had that right. Go to SBA.gov and you can see a list of lenders. So you can use Square, you can check PayPal. You want to make sure that you've got a business bank account, because it makes it easier for them to transfer the funds via wire transfer. That's why some of you all are using Cash App as your bank. That's not legit. You need to be using accredited financial institution to keep up with your earnings, with your revenue. So again, told you this wasn't going to be long, but I hope it encourages you to go and pursue the PPP. Hey, if you've already got the PPP, I want you to put in the comments, I got mine. Or if you're applying, put I'm applying. That's right. I want to pray with you. I'm in agreement that you are going to get the PPP loan. I'm also going to pray with you and be in agreement that you're going to get it forgiven so that you, in fact, can get a grant and be blessed with free money. God bless you. Bye-bye.